Welcome into DRF Daily and happy Thanksgiving. We're getting ready for a wonderful day of NFL action. 3 games on the docket. We broke down those 3 games yesterday on DRF Daily. And if you want to go back and watch that, you can find it on Twitter, Facebook, and all of those clips are up on YouTube for your viewing pleasure. Today, we're looking ahead to Black Friday and we're breaking down USA England and trying to figure out if it's worth taking USA at plus 540 or if we should roll with the favorites in England at minus 182. Let's dive right into the meat and potatoes. Let's dive right into the turkey. Let's dive right into the main course, trying to keep it Thanksgiving themed. USA against England kicks at 2 p.m. tomorrow on Black Friday. We'll be sitting back. I'll have finished going to Best Buy and finding whatever electronics I wanted to buy on Black Friday. And I'll be sitting back, relaxing, watching USA try to pull a major upset. It's not to the level of Saudi Arabia upset. It's not to a Japan. It might be similar to a Japan upset, but sitting back and hoping that USA can win this game. They're coming off of their 1-1 draw against Wales, where, in all honesty, they had a fantastic first 45, and overall, they played a damn near perfect 89 and a half minutes. Walker Zimmerman just had a mental lapse at one of the most crucial moments in the most crucial part of the field and gave Gareth Bale a penalty shot. And of course, Gareth Bale is going to knock that one home. It was his 41st goal wearing the Welsh colors, and that one ended in a 1-1 draw. Now, the hopes aren't gone, of course. And we've seen what Argentina, they dropped that huge one. They were sitting there with 0 points. So, USA has they have more than 0 points. Unfortunately, Argentina isn't in their group, but you look at it and this game now all of a sudden becomes not a must win, but the US men's national team has to get points against England. And then I still think it's going to come down to that Iran game, and who can score the most goals. Wales plays Iran tomorrow as well, so they'll kind of have a feeling of what needs to happen. If Iran's able to pull off that upset, USA can afford to lose this game. But just kind of seeing how things are going to shake out, I think the US has to win this game. And they're plus 540 to do it. England's minus 182. A tie is at plus 325. And there's a few things with this game where the lineup is just going to be absolutely key. Greg Berhalter made some interesting decisions against Wales. Aronson came on. It seemed like he maybe should have been starting. Gio Reyna didn't even see the pitch, which you would assume he's keeping Reyna fully ready to go for a full 90 today or maybe extended minutes tomorrow against England. But just weird when you need a goal and you want those 3 points, you don't bring on Gio Reyna. You bring off Way, who's your only goal scorer, for Jordan Mort. It was a very interesting tactical strategy. I'll say that in a very sarcastic tone from Greg Berhalter. Against Wales, I mentioned it, those first 45 minutes, they dominated. US looked like the far better team and looked like they were going to put a stamp on this game and win by multiple goals. But instead, they were only able to capitalize on one goal, missing a ton of early chances that they should have and needed to put into the back of the net. Instead, they're sitting back and they only have a 1-0 lead going into the second half. Wales has hope, and Wales, they get what they need. They get a penalty kick, they score, and they tie it. And for Wales, that feels like a huge, huge win. You get points out of a game where you were utterly dominated. You should not have been in that game, and you were able to keep it close, claw your way back, and draw it and get a point out of it. A massive 1 point for the US that is just completely just deflating. You should have won that game by so much more. Walker Zimmerman has a mental lapse that just can't happen in the World Cup. And for those 15 seconds where Bale's back is to the net with that cross coming in, Zimmerman just can't do that. And you have to know that. And you can get on him for that. Just a tough loss. But on the bright side, we did call USA Wales a 1-1 draw. So I'm pretty happy about that. Other things that came out of the game, Tyler Adams is that guy. Tyler Adams is one of the best, if not the best player on this men's national team. I know Captain America, Christian Pulisic, gets all the attention, But Tyler Adams, what he does as defensive midfielder is absolutely unreal. Tyler Adams kept that team in the game at multiple points. Wales was really threatening at different times, and Tyler Adams seemed to be everywhere on the pitch at the same time and was massive, massive in just denying chances and getting chances created for the U.S. men's national team. Now, England, on the other hand, for this game, they historically really like to dominate possession to start a game, get their goal, park the bus. When they are leading, they hold just 45% of possession. When games are tied, they hold 55%. And when I say park the bus, that means they essentially bring everyone back, and they're okay with just defending the goal. They're not looking to necessarily create chances when they have that lead. They're okay with parking the bus, maybe striking on a counterattack if the opportunity shows itself, but they're not necessarily going out and attacking, except against Iran. They got out to a 3-0 early lead in the first half and just absolutely poured it on. So you wonder if they're kind of flipping the script here and looking to be more offensive, look to be more attacking, look to be more chance-oriented, and lay it on and kind of prove to the world that, yeah, they didn't come in with the best form, but they're here for real and they are a true contender. And the odds makers, it reflects that. They're second favorite to win. I believe they're plus 700 to win the World Cup, behind Brazil at plus 375. And England made a statement against Iran, and the U.S. with that is going to have their hands full. And I think that's why it's going to be absolutely key. And this is going to sound stupid, but the U.S. have to get an early goal. The U.S. throughout CONCACAF qualifiers, and then it showed itself again in the first half against Wales. You have opportunities. You get shots on goal. You get shots up. You get chances that should be converted into goals, but instead you just can't. And you fail miserably again and again and again and again. And then you end up only having a 1-0 lead, a 2-0 lead. And then you let one back, and all of a sudden it's a much closer game than it really needs to be. The U.S. was the better team against Wales. Against England, England is the better team. But they've shown that they're able to create chances. They have some really dynamic playmakers. And if Gio Reyna plays, that's going to be another dynamic playmaker. And they're going to have to convert on the opportunities. And if they can get an early 1-0 lead and then, in the first 25 minutes and can convert on that opportunity and kind of keep that pressure on, keep the pressure on England and force them to try and create and not let them back into it, I think the USA can win. But that's a huge, huge, huge if. I mean, I'm going to put a unit down on USA to win, of course, at plus 540. You got to represent the red, white, and blue. But I mean, just overall, Greg Berhalter is severely outmatched. The only thing that goes in the USA favor is Harry Kane got a scan on his ankle, I believe, Tuesday night or Wednesday. No, it was Tuesday. They played on Monday. So you got a scan of his ankle. You think maybe Harry Kane's not 100%. And that might be the only thing in the going for the United States. Granted, their back line and their defensive midfield looked really, really good against Wales. They didn't allow a goal to be scored other than the penalty kick. And so you got to have a little bit of faith in that. It's their offense that you're worried about. They don't score a lot of goals. They have now 19 goals in the calendar year of 2022. Jesus Ferreira leads the team with 5. He didn't play. Weah played, and Weah got that goal, but Pulisic had 4 in 2022. So you got to expect a little bit more out of Captain America, if he wants to be called that. USC, and I said at the front, Greg Berhalter severely outmatched. He made up a lot of mistakes. He was out tacticaled, if that's a word, if that's an adjective, and he just didn't look good. The U.S. needs to at least pick up a point. In my opinion, if they want to keep this train going, if they want to keep their hopes to get out of the group stage alive, the U.S. has to pick up a point. They need to, because I don't know. Wales, England may already have this group wrapped up. If they win today, I should say tomorrow against the U.S., and all of a sudden Wales might be able to beat them. Who knows? England might rest. I don't know. But if you get a point in this one, it'll most likely come down to goal differential against Iran. And the U.S., they need to put up some goals, but it just keeps your hopes alive. I think if you drop this one and you only have 1 point through 2 games, especially when you had the opportunity to have 3 points through 2 games, it's going to be really tough. And they need this point. I'll say, though, the pick, it's England. I got to go England to win 2-0. I think it'll be like a 1-0 game for a majority of it. I think then the U.S. will try and push late and get very aggressive to try and get that equalizer. And I think there'll be a counter opportunity where England will kind of just flip the script really quick, get a second goal, and it'll end 2-0. I don't see the U.S. being able to get anything really going. I don't have much hope in this team. And as Ted Lasso says, it's the hope that kills you. But USA plus 540. I'm also going to put a unit down on that. I'll say that. But my best bet, my pick is England to win this one 2-0. We hit it right on the head last time out. We hit it on the head. USA Wales draw 1-1. I'm feeling England to win this one 2-0. I'm not sure what the over-under is set on the goals. I'd go under because I don't think necessarily England will score many more than that. And I think the USA backline isn't terrible. And their defensive midfield, Tyler Adams, is going to give England headaches. But if England gets up and they park the bus, I don't trust Christian Pulisic to take it on one-on-one himself and just do all these dribbling skills around people. So that's it. That's our breakdown of the USA-England game tomorrow on Black Friday, 2 p.m. Feeling like 1776. Am I right, folks? We'll be back tomorrow with more DRF Daily. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the turkey, ham, however you celebrate. Enjoy it and be profitable. Impress your friends. Impress your family with how good at sports betting you are because you tune in to DRF Daily. See ya.